All right, well, I'm really excited this year because I came up with a cool idea, I think, for open house, but I'm homesick and I don't know, it sucks that I'm not going to be there to see you guys and help you through it. But we did most of it. There's one extra part. So if you're coming to open house, then you're going to get an extra credit classwork assignment. On the back of the brochures, it's the name of financial planner. Put your name. Hopefully I remember what period you're in. Maybe put your period if it helps. Here's what you're going to do, though. We've already done most of it. So you're going to come in and you're going to just sell your parents on something. They're going to be wanting to buy a house. They're going to want to buy a car, or they're going to want to put you through college, right? So you're going to pick up a brochure. All right, so here's a brochure for a one-bedroom condo in Reseda, California. I already did the research for you. It sells for $310,000. Now we're going to make it simple for your parents. Okay, you're going to open the brochure, and you are going to be the financial planner. Sorry, my printer kind of sucks, but from the Grover Cleveland Bank. You're going to offer a yearly interest rate if they choose a 15-year fixed mortgage at 3.16%. Or if they choose a 15-year APR mortgage, that's something that changes over time, 3.22. Or they might go the normal route. They might get a 30-year fixed mortgage, 3.67%, 30-year APR, 3.74%. This will all be here, the different interest rates. So they just choose an interest rate, whatever they want to choose. And then over here, you're going to make them put a 20% down payment. That's the amount of money you want to put down if you don't want to pay mortgage insurance, which is an extra payment every month on top of it. So your parents are going to have to put down $62,000, which means that they're going to have to ask you, the banker, for $248,000. All right? So $248,000. Now, let's say that I'm your parent right now. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to choose the 30-year fixed mortgage. So I want to pay my mortgage every month for 30 years. You're going to give me 3.67%. All right, and I know this is on the video, can't really see, so I'm going to make sure I say it out loud. But we're going to open the flap. So the first thing we're going to do is scare your parents and make them want to run away. Sorry. But what we're going to do is we're going to tell them what is the total amount that they're going to pay after 15 if they chose the 15-year loan, or 30 years if they chose the 30-year loan. And it's our old friend, the compound interest formula that we used so long ago, and we did a similar problem, right? The amount that you owe is equal to the amount that you put in times 1 plus the annual interest rate divided by the number of times it's compounded to the number of times it's compounded times the number of years. All right, and you can do the math on here. You can grab a calculator to open house. But we are, and I'm going to write it out for you. So what you're going to plug into your calculator, oops, sorry again, technical difficulties. My good camera stand is at work, and I'm stuck at home. So we are asking for $248,000. Oh, wait, I'm already running out of space. So we're asking for $248,000 times 1 plus the annual interest rate that I chose was 3.67. 3.67 is 0.0367 as a decimal. It's compounded monthly, which means that it's compounded monthly times 12 to the 12 times 30. So the P is 248,000. Yeah. Times 1 plus 3.67% is 0.0367 as a decimal, over 12 because it's compounded monthly. By the way, these are all compounded monthly to the 12 times 30. All right. So I'm going to get out my calculator, and you're going to just do that in front of your parents and wow them with everything that you've learned you can do. 1 plus 0.0367 divided by 12 to the, I'm going to do 30 times 12 in my head. I hope you could do that too. That's to the 360, and we have a shocking, do not drop, $744,526.58 is how much we are eventually paying the bank in interest over 30 years. It looks like a horrible figure. It's also what the American economy is slightly based on, but it's not necessarily the thing that you're going to worry about. What you're really going to worry about, and what you're always going to be asked, is how much can you afford per month? And that is where Chapter 8, Section 3 comes in to the formula that I think's on page 429. Not really sure, but I copied it right here. Okay, so it's going to be on your brochure. I'm going to assign practice problems on Schoology for you to practice. But basically, this will figure out your monthly payments because the amount of interest you actually owe changes over time. All right, so the formula I'm going to write nice and big for you, even though you have it at home. But it's something that's new, and therefore it's kind of scary. The funny thing is that not using the summation notation button in our calculator might actually be easy, but our monthly payments are going to be equal to the amount of the loan over the sum from 1 to t, which is the number of months we're going to be spending on, times, the sum from 1 to t of 1 over 1 plus the monthly interest rate to the k power, which is really a t power, but this is going to be our variable. This is our variable. Again, this is our variable. Okay? So I'm asking for, and this is what you're going to do for your parents, I'm asking for a $248,000 loan. Got it? Now, I'm going to be paying that over the course of 30 years, so I'm already going to pay that over 360. Did that math already. 360 months times 1 over 1 plus, and now this is 0.0367. I believe that was my interest rate. Yep, 0.0367 over 12. Now our calculators, remember, they only do the X button. Okay, so I want you to practice plugging this in your calculator because I know they can be tricky, and they especially can be tricky with this. I have the TI-83 at home, which means I have something harder to use. And it took me a while to figure it out. Actually, some students figured it out a long time ago. But to do that, if you have the TI-83 Plus, and I didn't go over it in school yet, second stat math go down to 5. Then you go to second stat ops, go down to 5. And now you can just start typing in it as normal. If that helps, it should say 248,000 divided by some sequence. If you have a TI-84 or a TI-89, you're in luck. It looks normal with the summation notation. Sorry for those of us with the TI-83s. 1 divided by, parentheses, everybody, 1 plus everybody, 0.0367 divided by 12, close parentheses, to the x. This is where every calculator is going to be different. Make sure that variable, the x variable, goes to the right place. You might have to try it again. Now, if you have a TI-83 and I think even a TI-89, then you have to press the comma button. When you're done with the equation, you press the comma button, the x button, the comma button, where you start, number 1, comma, where you end, 360. This is where it's different than the TI-84s. And then 2 parentheses. If you have a TI-84, don't even worry about it. If you're just using the calculators at school, we should have practiced with that. And it takes a while to do. A really long while to do. An amazing long while to do. This is kind of boring now. Hopefully it works out. Maybe my calculator is just not powerful enough to figure out my monthly payments for 30 years. It did the car loan just fine. Here's August sleeping. All right, cool. And we're back. So it figured it out. It looks like we are going to have monthly payments of $1,137.30. So you're just going to write your parents' monthly payments right here, $1,137.30. And you're going to close it up, write your name on the back. Bada bing, bada boom. You did your open house Algebra 2. Go on to the next amazing activity. Go watch the choir, the band, whoever's performing. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Let's do something similar. So for the car one, like let's say your parents want to buy a Toyota Camry. They're asking you to finance it for you, for them, I mean. They know that the purchase price is $24,425. They're coming to you at the Bank of Cleveland, and they're going to choose between a 4-year loan or a 5-year loan. All right, so you now need to ask them how much do they want to put down. All right, so because maybe they're not willing to put all the money down, so you're going to put some money down. All right, so let's say your parents want to put $15,000 down, right? So you're just going to write $15,000 in here, and you're only going to write it down because what you're going to need to do next is 24,000. What was the car? 425. That's on the front of the brochure. Take away what your parents said they wanted to put down. This is the money that they're just going to give the car dealership in cash. So do that in your calculator. Oops. Do it correctly in your calculator, and that'll work better. 24,425, take away 15,000. All right, so it looks like they're just asking you, the financial planner from the Bank of Cleveland, the Grover Cleveland Bank rather, for $9,425. So that's what you're going to write in the amount financed. All right, they're asking you to finance for them $9,425. So we're just going to open this. We're going to figure out the total paid, and it says here after 4 or 5 years, because that just depends on which loan they choose. So let's say they choose a 5-year loan, right? We're going to use our old friend, the compound interest formula, and we're going to plug in. I'll write it out for you so you know what to put in your calculator. 9,425, because that's what we want to put in, plus 1, times 1 plus the interest rate. So from the front of the brochure, the interest rate they asked for was 0.449, so 0.0449, compounded monthly. It's 4 years, so 12, this was the 5-year loan, so 12 times 5. Okay, so you're just going to plug that in your calculator to figure out how much they owe the bank over the course of those 5 years, compounded monthly, 9,000. And since you should be doing this with me, I am going to put it in my calculator, and you can check your work. 449 divided by 12, and then I'm going to try to do this in my head. 12 times 5 is 60, because it'll make the calculator better, or easier. So overall, not bad. 792.3. So, okay, over the course of 5 years, they're going to be spending like an extra $2,000 or whatever just on interest alone. That's not terrible. Okay, so that's how much they owe the bank, or how much they'll be paying over the course of those 5 years. So you're going to write that right in the middle. And now let's figure out, what are their monthly payments? What will they afford? Okay, so that's where we take the formula there. We write the amount of the loan, which was $9,425. It's over the course of how many months? Well, this was 60 months. That was our exponent from the previous formula. Times 1 over 1 plus, now this is our monthly interest rate, so that means it was 4.49% divided by 12, and then this is our variable x, okay? We plug it into the calculator, 9,425 divided by, and then this is where you need to do what you need to do to get the summation notation for the TI-83s. It is a little tricky. 1 divided by parentheses 1, everyone does the parentheses, plus 0.0449 divided by 12, close those parentheses to the x power, comma x, comma 1, comma 60. That is not for the TI-84s, remember. Those, you guys have it luckier, and I think even, well, the 89s you might need it. Okay, so we're waiting for this formula to come up, so that the monthly payments are very reasonable, $175.67. Okay, monthly payment for the cars. So you write that right here, turn it over, fill out your name, financial planner, turn it in for open house, I'll see it later. Okay, and then the last one is you're gonna maybe have to help your parents finance for college. All right, so I'm gonna pause real quick. It's just gonna look weird to erase the whiteboards.